This video did not exist in your timeline until you directed your profound attention toward it, collapsing a wave of infinite probability into this very moment. You are here because a part of your deeper self guided you to this exact frequency. Today, we are going to explore a phenomenon that bridges the gap between your physical life and the vast quantum field. We are talking about the profound secret hidden inside your dreams of water. By the end of this transmission, I promise you will fully understand your true power as the ultimate creator of your reality, capable of shifting timelines at will. But before we begin, let me ask you, have you ever woken up from a dream of a massive ocean, a rushing river, or a quiet lake, feeling an unexplainable shift in your energy? To understand what is truly happening when you dream, we must first look at the universe not as a collection of solid objects, but as a vibrant, vibrating quantum field. Esoterically speaking, this field is an infinite ocean of energy where every possible past, present, and future exists simultaneously as a wave of probability. In this realm, nothing is fixed until it is observed. Observation is not a passive act of simply looking at something. It is the highly active, dynamic process of your consciousness interacting with the fabric of reality. When you direct your awareness, you force the chaotic waves of potential to collapse into a single, defined experience. Your mind is the projector, and the universe is the screen. When you lay your head down at night and close your eyes, society tells you that your brain is simply powering down to rest. But what if I told you that sleep is the grandest illusion of the human experience? When your physical eyes close, your quantum eyes wide open, you are no longer tethered to the dense, slow-moving grid of the three-dimensional world. Instead, your consciousness untethers itself, floating freely into the boundless expanse of the quantum field. Dreaming is not a random firing of disconnected neurons. It is a highly sophisticated process of quantum navigation. Your soul is actively browsing through the infinite archives of all potential timelines. You are exploring what could be, what has been, and what is currently being prepared for manifestation in your waking life. When you find yourself surrounded by water in these nighttime journeys, you are experiencing the most direct, visceral translation of the quantum field that your human mind can possibly comprehend. Water is the ultimate esoteric metaphor and, quite literally, the holographic representation of the ocean of all potential. Think about the nature of water. It has no fixed shape. It molds perfectly to whatever container holds it. It can be gentle enough to nurture a fragile seed and powerful enough to carve grand canyons out of solid rock over millennia. In the quantum realm, the element of water represents the fluid matrix of creation itself. When your consciousness projects an environment of water within a dream, it is a clear signal that you are currently floating in the space of unmanifested potential. You have stepped out of the rigid structures of your daily reality and entered the pure zero-point energy field. Here, every single drop of water represents a different choice, a different frequency, and an entirely different life path waiting to be observed into existence. Let us deeply examine how the observer effect operates while you are in this dreaming state. In your waking world, the matter around you appears dense and solid because the collective consciousness of humanity has agreed upon its structure. But in the dreamscape, matter is purely wave-based until your specific attention interacts with it. You are the sole observer, the sole architect of the environment. How the water behaves in your dream is a direct reflection of how you are currently interacting with the quantum waves of probability in your waking life. Your fears, your desires, your hidden beliefs, and your dominant vibrations act as the gravitational forces that dictate the movement of this quantum ocean. The state of the water is a mirror showing you exactly what timeline you are currently aligning with and what kind of reality you are actively collapsing into form. Imagine you find yourself standing before a vast expanse of completely calm, crystal clear water. The surface is like a perfect mirror, reflecting the sky above without a single ripple. This specific state of water carries a deeply profound message for your consciousness. It signifies pure, untainted alignment with your highest timeline. There is zero resistance in your energy field. The observer effect is working in total harmony with your true soul purpose. When the quantum waters are this still, it means your thoughts and emotions are coherent. You are not broadcasting contradictory signals out into the universe. You are in a state of supreme allowance, where the manifestations you have been calling in are able to effortlessly crystallize into your physical reality. This dream is the universe telling you that your mind is clear and your creative power is operating at its absolute peak efficiency. It is crucial to understand the role of your emotions in this process. In the esoteric study of quantum mechanics, your thoughts provide the structural blueprint for your desired reality, but your emotions act as the magnetic pull that draws that reality toward you. Emotion is energy in motion. When you experience calm waters in your dreams, it reveals that your emotional gravity is stable and secure. You have let go of the desperate, frantic need to control every outcome, which often creates chaotic turbulence in the quantum field. By achieving this emotional serenity, you have essentially commanded the waves of infinite probability to settle into a beautiful, harmonious pattern. The universe has no choice but to respond to this unwavering emotional frequency by delivering circumstances in your waking life that match this profound sense of peace and absolute certainty. But what happens when the waters are not calm? Many of you have experienced the terrifying dream of a massive tidal wave or a dark, towering tsunami rising on the horizon, threatening to consume everything in its path. Your immediate human reaction is fear, panic, and a desperate urge to run away. However, through the lens of quantum metaphysics, a tidal wave is a spectacular, awe-inspiring event. It represents a massive, sudden quantum leap. Your consciousness is attempting to shift you from one timeline to a vastly different one at an accelerated speed. The sheer size of the wave represents the immense volume of cosmic energy that is currently gathering behind your intentions. You have asked the universe for a major change, a new reality, or a significant upgrade in your life, and the universe has responded by mobilizing a staggering amount of quantum force to make it happen. The reason the tidal wave invokes fear in the dream state is simply because of the ego. Your ego mind is built to maintain the status quo. It survives on predictability and familiar patterns, even if those patterns are painful or limiting. When a massive manifestation is rushing toward you, it requires the absolute destruction of your old, outdated paradigms. The tsunami is the law of attraction working with fierce, unstoppable momentum. It is coming to wash away the toxic relationships, the limiting financial beliefs, and the stagnant energy that no longer serves your highest good. If you dream of this overwhelming wave, it means your reality is currently undergoing a radical restructuring. The old timeline is collapsing rapidly to make room for the new one you have consciously or unconsciously commanded into existence. You must not resist the wave, you must learn to ride it. Now let us delve into the meaning of muddy, murky, or profoundly dirty water in your dreams. When you gaze into a body of water and cannot see the bottom, or the water is thick with debris, this is a literal manifestation of quantum interference. Your wave pattern is being heavily distorted. You are simultaneously sending out conflicting intentions into the field. You might be affirming abundance with your words, but harboring deep, unrecognized fears of poverty in your subconscious mind. This cognitive dissonance creates static in the field. The muddy water represents the confusion, the lingering doubts, and the low vibrational energies that are contaminating your creative power. The observer, which is you, is looking at reality through a lens clouded by past traumas, societal conditioning, and unhealed emotional wounds. This state of murky water is not a punishment. It is an incredible gift of awareness. It serves as a diagnostic tool for your spiritual evolution. To clean the quantum waters, you must engage in the active process of purifying your focus. You cannot manifest a crystal-clear reality with a muddy mind. You are being called to sit with your shadow, to identify the limiting beliefs that are churning up the dirt from the bottom of your subconscious. By applying the light of conscious awareness to these hidden fears, You act as an energetic filter. Every time you choose a thought of empowerment over a thought of victimhood, you are literally filtering out the debris from your timeline. As you purify your internal frequency, you will notice that the waters in your subsequent dreams will begin to clear, signaling that your path to manifestation is no longer obstructed. Another highly significant state is dreaming of rivers, streams, or any form of steadily flowing water. A river is a dynamic, moving current of energy. When your consciousness navigates a river in the dreamscape, it means you have successfully tapped into the natural flow of the universe. You are experiencing the esoteric concept of surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means relinquishing the illusion of control and allowing the greater cosmic intelligence to carry you toward your desires. You are moving with the current of synchronicity rather than exhausting yourself by swimming against it. This dream indicates that the events in your waking life are currently aligning in perfect sequence. The quantum field is organizing people, places, and opportunities in a fluid, continuous stream of divine timing. Synchronicity is the undeniable feedback loop of the quantum field. It is the universe winking at you, confirming that your observer effect is working precisely as intended. When you dream of flowing rivers, you will often wake up to a sudden influx of strange coincidences. You might experience intense moments of déjà vu, unexpected chance meetings with people who hold the keys to your next step, or numerical sequences repeating themselves everywhere you look. These are not random accidents. They are the physical manifestations of the current you were swimming in during your dream state. The river of time itself is bending and curving to accommodate the new vibrational frequency you are holding. You have become a magnet for miracles, effortlessly drawing aligned experiences into your reality through the power of fluid momentum. Perhaps one of the most profound and mystical experiences you can have is the dream where you suddenly realize you are breathing underwater. This is a monumental milestone in your spiritual awakening. In the physical realm, breathing water is impossible. It equals death. But in the quantum field, when you inhale the water, you are fully integrating with the source energy. You are demonstrating complete and total mastery over the illusions of the physical matrix. Breathing underwater means your consciousness has realized that it is not bound by the heavy, restrictive laws of three-dimensional reality. You have bypassed the logical, analytical mind that says certain things cannot be done. You are no longer just an observer of the field. You have become one with the field. This particular dream symbolizes the beautiful transition from being an unconscious participant in life to becoming a fully realized conscious creator. When you breathe underwater, you are taking the raw, infinite potential of the universe deep into your being and surviving, even thriving, in a completely alien environment. It means you possess an extraordinary ability to adapt to new timelines, new challenges, and rapid energetic shifts. You have released the fear of the unknown. You understand that the environment around you is an illusion projected by your own mind, and therefore it cannot harm you. Practicing this level of control and realization in the dream state directly translates to an unbreakable sense of peace and sovereignty in your daily waking life. You begin to walk through the world knowing you are untouchable. Conversely, you may find yourself dreaming of frozen water, vast plains of solid ice, or being trapped beneath a frozen lake. Ice represents stagnant energy. It is the slowing down of molecular vibration to the point where fluidity is entirely lost. In the context of quantum mechanics, ice represents a timeline that has become stuck, or a wave function that has collapsed into a rigid, unyielding structure. If you are encountering frozen water, it means your observer effect is currently locked into a repetitive loop of the past. You are viewing your reality through the rigid beliefs and hardened traumas that you have refused to let go of. The infinite possibilities of the ocean have been frozen solid by your own stubbornness, fear, or profound emotional numbness. To unfreeze your reality, you must introduce thermal energy to your quantum field. In spiritual terms, thermal energy is passion, joy, excitement, and high vibrational love. You cannot melt a glacier with cold indifference. You must consciously choose to elevate your frequency. You must inject warmth back into your heart center. This requires breaking the daily routines that keep you entirely on autopilot. It requires you to stop rehearsing the painful memories of your past every single morning when you wake up. As you begin to cultivate authentic gratitude and excitement for the future, you act as the rising sun over the frozen landscape of your timeline. The rigid structures will begin to crack, melt, and eventually return to the fluid, moving state of infinite potential, allowing new manifestations to finally flow into your life. Another powerful manifestation of water in the dreamscape is the experience of rain, thunderstorms, or standing beneath a waterfall. Rain is the ultimate energetic reset. It is the universe's way of cleansing the slate. When a storm rolls through your dream, it represents a massive discharging of dense, accumulated energy from your auric field. The quantum atmosphere has built up too much pressure from your overthinking, your worries, and your heavy energetic burdens. The rain is a profound release. It is washing away the psychic debris that has attached itself to you. If you stand in the rain or under a waterfall in your dream, your higher self is actively performing a spiritual baptism. You are being cleansed of old karmic ties and prepared to step into a completely renewed version of yourself. This brings us to the intricate mechanics of how you actually build your world. We often say that thoughts are the blueprints, but it is deeply important to understand that emotions are the water that fills the mold. You can have a brilliant, perfectly structured architectural plan for a new life, a new career, or a new relationship, but without the fluid, moving energy of water, which is your emotion, that blueprint remains nothing more than lines on a piece of paper. The quantum field responds exclusively to the combination of clear intention and elevated emotion. When you dream of water, the field is showing you exactly how much emotional fuel you have available to bring your physical blueprints into tangible reality. You are learning to master the delicate balance of thinking the reality into structure and feeling the reality into life. Consider the profound concept of parallel timelines existing side by side right now in this very moment. Imagine the vast quantum ocean, and within it, an infinite number of tiny droplets. Every single droplet represents a completely different version of your life. In one droplet, you are wildly successful. In another, you are profoundly, deeply in love. In yet another, you are exploring the world. All of these exist simultaneously in the eternal now. When you are dreaming of swimming through the water, your consciousness is literally gliding past these millions of parallel lives. You are a multi-dimensional traveler. The secret to reality shifting is realizing that you do not have to create the reality you want from scratch. You simply have to use your conscious observation to merge your current awareness with the droplet that already contains your desired outcome. The ultimate goal of understanding these nocturnal journeys is not to simply remain asleep, but to effectively bridge the dream state with your waking reality. You must not leave this immense power in your bed when you wake up. As you open your physical eyes each morning, you must carry that feeling of quantum fluidity with you into the day. Look at the solid walls of your room, the circumstances of your bank account, or the state of your health, and remember that they are just as malleable as the water in your dreams. They are only solid because you expect them to be solid. If you approach your day with the deep, esoteric knowing that reality is fluid and heavily dependent on your observation, you begin to walk through the world like a master magician, effortlessly bending the matrix to your highest will. It is time to awaken to the grandest realization of all. You are not a tiny, insignificant being standing at the edge of the universe, hoping the waves will bring you good fortune. You are the source. Every time you gaze into the quantum waters, you are looking at your own reflection. The observer and the observed are exactly the same thing. You are not just a single drop in the vast ocean of potential. You are the entire, boundless ocean contained within a single drop. You hold the codes of creation within your very DNA. When you finally accept this truth, the illusion of separation shatters entirely. The water in your dreams is simply your own immense, unlimited consciousness saying hello to itself, inviting you to step into your divine birthright as the absolute architect of everything you experience. The ultimate revelation is this: you are not merely existing inside a pre-made reality. You are reality itself, observing itself into existence from 1,000 different angles. Every drop of water in your dreams is a reminder that the quantum field is completely, entirely at your command. You are the sole architect, the silent watcher, and the active creator of your experience. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the mysteries of your own consciousness. If this transmission resonated with your soul, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button to anchor this frequency into your waking life. To permanently seal this quantum shift into your timeline, write this exact phrase in the comments below. I am the observer creating my reality. Now I leave you with one final question to ponder. What powerful signs, dreams, or specific synchronicities have you noticed in your life lately since your awakening began?